girls that have been starring in the show. But they are three classically trained thespians, and they are here tonight to act out one fan fiction written about them. So I will welcome to the stage the woman who single-handedly keeps the grilled cheese industry afloat, Hannah Hart. A woman whose shart is worse than her bite, Mamrie Hart. And finally, we saved the worst for last. Grace Helbig. Now I must ask yourselves to steal yourselves away into your imagination and imagine this in front of you as if it is actually happening. We begin in Grace's hotel room. Thank you, music. Grace catches the hotel door before it can swing back shut again as her girlfriend storms into their room.
Mamrie, seriously, calm down.
Mamrie tears through her clothes haphazardly on the bed.
Mamrie, what is going on? Just talk to me. Why?
The woman turns and Grace almost stumbles backwards at the sight of green eyes burn with fury.
I wasn't. Oh, God.
Grace runs a hand over her forehead.
I wasn't flirting. I already told you that. Really?
Mamrie reaches down, groping beneath the bed for her suitcase.
Beautiful, and she was definitely into you, and you just blew her off. Why? Huh?
Because I have you.
Oh. Grace can feel her chest tightening forebodingly, and she presses her lips together, wrapping her arms around her waist like armor.
Oh, and Hannah! I have the most beautiful women in the world. Why would I want
the most beautiful women?
Mamrie parrots cruelly.
That's really cool.
You just want to go home so you can screw Hannah.
Mamrie demands as she begins to pull her suitcase shut.
No.
Grace's voice is getting softer. She and Mamrie are like yin and yang. Mamrie rises to conflict like a brave lion, roaring and thrashing and holding her ground. While Grace shrinks away, making herself smaller and smaller, as if trying to disappear completely from the argument.
You just miss Hannah.
Mamrie's voice wavers, and Grace looks to her in surprise.
Find somewhere else to stay tonight. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Mamrie, don't!
Grace stands, tugging her back by her arm as she reaches out for the door.
Let go of me, Grace! Let go of me, Grace!
grabs her suitcase and throws the door open.
The door's to my left.
Surprise!
Mamrie lets out a stunned breath and says,
Jesus, Hannah.
Grace promptly burps into tears.
So many cars. Does somebody want to explain to me what's going on here?
I'm sure Grace will manage.
Mamrie spits angrily.
I'm out of here.
What?
Hannah jumps hurriedly, pulling Mamrie back.
We don't own those.
You're not going anywhere!
Right? That's correct.
Since who?
Mamrie demands, tugging herself away from Hannah. But the shorter girl keeps a tight grip and shifts around Mamrie to block the door, shaking her head stubbornly.
Mames! You gotta get back in there! What the hell, Hannah? You can't keep me here. I've got to go! I mean, seriously, though, babe, thanks for coming over here and everything, but I'm talking to Mom!
You know what? No.
I didn't travel halfway across the world to sleep with both of you. And have you be angry and upset with no explanation. So Mamrie, Lily, and Hart, you get the fuck back in there. And put down that ridiculous suitcase.
Mamrie is silent for a moment, and Grace watches, her breath catching in her throat as they stare at each other, neither breaking until finally Mamrie puffs out an annoyed breath and drops her suitcase.
Fine. Cherry pie.
Okay.
Hannah says,
So, who wants to start?
the silence is deafening. Finally, Mamrie speaks.
Grace doesn't want me in this relationship anymore. She's barely.
Mamrie's voice breaks.
She's barely touched me since we got here.
Mamrie, of course I have.
Grace stands slowly, not making any attempt to get closer.
Mamrie, of course I have.
It doesn't feel like Grace.
Mamrie shakes her head, tearing her eyes away.
It doesn't feel like you've touched me like you want me. Where the hell did you go? I mean, every time I wanted to touch you. I mean, like every time I try to touch you, you say that you're tired or that you don't want anyone to see us.
Never, God, Mamrie! If that's how I made you feel, that's just me. Look, I fucking love you!
like she's never held anyone before. As if she never wants to let her go. Clutching to her like she is the last thing left on Earth, and Mamrie tightens her grip with equal desperation. Grace reaches for the redhead, pulling her into her arms and crushing their lips together.
I think you hit my loosey-goosey.
So, should I get a room?
Hannah's voice pulls them back to reality, and Grace untangles herself just slightly from Mamrie so that she can turn and look at Hannah over her shoulder.
Get over here, dumbass!
Hannah smiles, burrowing into their combined embrace as she says,
So like you guys? So rich coming from you two, but true idiots.
Grace admits easily, pressing a kiss to the top of Hannah's head.
Hey! What are you doing here anyway? Bartow. You get it? Her channel is Bartow. I said Bartow. Sounds like Bart. Eat my fucking dust. That's what I say now! Bartow! Okay, shut up! I made that joke up.
Mamrie nudges Hannah playfully.
Ow, ow. I don't know, I guess my girlfriend's senses were tingling.
Hannah teases. Before her expression darkens and her eyes flicker to the comforter. Now I have to warn you all, this next part gets a little explicit. So I'm just gonna skim through it a little bit. Slowly, the shoulders, pants, circling her hands around. Sudoku pulls off her shoes, shimmying out of her dress impatiently, hands trailing over vagina? Vagina? That's my sister's vagina! Okay, stop the music! Things seem to click into place. They're whole again. The end.